this is Liz. Welcome to my little urban homestead and welcome to Fabric Friday. I thought I'd just have a little chat today. Yes, I am in the middle of making another quilt top, all pinky based. I'm not too keen on pinks, but I quite like it at the moment. So I've got quite a few squares done, a few blocks done, and then slash them together and then I can quilt it. My Bargello, I still haven't quilted it because I have ordered some quilting rulers and I'm waiting for them to arrive. In fact, one's arrived. Because it's a low shank machine, I don't have to have the thickness of the what you use on a long arm. So I've gone for these templates, which are, I think they're about 3mm thick, and a curved arc. There's a heart in there. I might actually. No, I don't know. And one for doing straight lines and everything. And I've ordered some other templates that are thicker, and the reason I've been able to do this is my last two quilts I made, I sold them. I tend to sell them for around about twice what they cost me to make. As it was my neighbour that bought them, I reduced it, so they were sold for just a bit more than it costs for me to make them. But it freed up some money, so I can get some rulers. Yay! And I enjoy doing them. Since both the Bargello and that one, they're not earmarked for anyone in particular. I just enjoy doing them. But that's why I haven't quilted. I've been waiting for these rulers. So I started this one, and the rulers have now arrived, so I'm going to finish it and then quilt the both of them up. The lady who asked a question regarding my Necchi sewing machine, Necchi, whichever you pronounce it, I just call it Necchi, that I haven't yet used it for quilting a full quilt. When it arrived, I was halfway through my last quilt, so I was just finishing off the last bits on it. So I haven't used it for quilting a big quilt, but it's soon going to change, and I will be doing that. But I was using my vintage new home machine to do all my quilting on, and it was good for ruler work, free motion, or straight line with the walking foot on. But it didn't like thread painting, thread sketching, because it did have a go at it. This one, on the other hand, loves it, because I've showed you the little sketches I've done. Not sure what I'm doing with that one yet, but these on the grey, I need to do some more designs and then sew them all together, as in quilt as you go. But you saw the eye. I did a claw the other day, and I did finish my flying flaming dragon. And it does love it. It would be helpful if there was a speed regulator on it, but it's not necessary. It would also be helpful if there was a cutter on it. but it's not necessary. And the machine for that's got a cutter, same as this, but it's got a cutter, and I think that goes for over £1,000. And to me, I couldn't justify the difference in money between this one and the one with the cutter. It was £700 more just for the cutter, so I didn't have it. The needle up, needle down function is brilliant, absolutely brilliant for quilting. I've had no problems at all changing feet, with it being low shank. And another of the machines I've got, my Simplicity, is a low shank, and I've got a lot of feet for that, and they're interchangeable, not a problem at all. I don't think it particularly likes the walking foot I've got, but it's an unbranded one, and that might be it. But this one does have foot pressure knob on it, so possibly it would work better with a walking foot and less pressure on it. I don't know, I haven't tried it out because it's doing well without a walking foot. When I have a problem, that's when I'll look into it. But she's the noisiest machine I've got. The Vintage New Home is really quite a quiet machine, and my Wilcox and Gibbs Vintage, that is a quiet machine. The motor on it's loud but the machine itself is quiet. But this Necchi, it is a louder machine. It may be because it's got all this wood surrounding it that makes it echo a bit more, but that's not much. And you can possibly see it's all black. Yeah, well, I've got some of the gaffer tape left over from when I did the polytunnel, so I went nuts with it and put it on here. I thought it'd give it a smoother face. It hasn't really. It hasn't made it any worse, it hasn't made it any better. But I like the look of black, so it's black. Now, although I bet you can't see from there, I'm not going to bother to turn the light on because it doesn't seem to. It seems to darken everything down when the light's on it. But you've got on the plate, needle plate, you have got measurements so you can get a good 1/4 inch. But this machine also comes with a 1/4 inch foot, so that's handy for me as well. Now, when I was doing some half square triangles, only small ones, not these big ones, instead of marking across the 2.5 inches, I just put this tape down and it follows the line of the needle. So if I get my if I wanted to do there, I put my fabric underneath my presser foot in line with the needle and the corner, line up the corner on there, and I can just go for it, and that saves you actually marking all the time. So that's why this Bear of Green tape is on there. But it's a very good machine. I can't fault it at the moment. I haven't used many of the other stitches, but I will do eventually. They're there if and when I need them. That's why I didn't want one of these machines all singing, all dancing, 200, 300 odd stitches, computerised and that, because I've got a small computerised one, and the more stitches you have, the less you seem to use them, and the more expensive it is. So this, it's not just a straight stitch, it does do the other stitches, but there's only 28 stitches, so it isn't many, but it is more than enough than you need. I have no affiliation with this company whatsoever. This is just my opinion. I've shelled out money, and I'm letting you know how I feel about spending the amount of money on this machine, and it's brilliant. I could have got a Juki, another Janome, several £100 more expensive than this, that would do the same job, or just a straight stitch. And I wanted one that could do zigzags as well. So this was a brilliant investment for me, and can't fault it. It does everything I want. So I think that's it for the little chat. Just a bit of a review. Now I've got used to the Necchi and what I'm working on at the moment. And hopefully next week, if I've got the time, I'll be basting the Bargello quilt, and I'll start quilting it, and I'll actually do some video footage of it as I'm quilting it up, so the lady who's interested in the necking machine will see how the machine, the Artisan 30S, copes with a quilt that is 80 odd inches by 96 inches. So they'll be able to see that. But that's next week. Thank you. Bye.